Yo, this is bad. This is bad. This is so bad. The S&P 500 has hit a new low for the day, and this just looks so bearish to me. It looks like it wants to break down further. So the support firstly was at around about the level we're at now, but further than that, we could be going down to around 5200 potentially. And what's going to happen with Bitcoin if we do hit that level? I'm not going to lie, Bitcoin is holding up surprisingly well. It's holding this line, and there's a war between the bull and the bears right now around this level here. And holy, I don't know who's gonna win. The bulls are just about just about scrapping it out right now, but this is bad, man. This is bad. We went over it earlier, but it just seems to be getting worse. We're in extreme fear. If we look at coin market cap, fear and greed index, it must be worse, right? It must be worse. Yeah, 24. Extreme fear, man. We're in dangerous territory for everything, really. And I actually added to my stock market position in today. It's not a crazy amount. I just wanted to show you guys that I'm not very confident on the market. I just added 50 quid, about 50 to $67 into Nike position here because it's down a lot on the day. Probably down a quid, but that doesn't matter. It's a long-term position. And it's come down to, if we actually look here, it's come down to COVID or pandemic lows. So it's lower than pandemic lows, which is crazy to me. And also, I have a long-term thesis on this. They incorporate an AI. They do sell a lot of shoes, and every time it goes through a bear market, it does seem to come back up, and it is in the S&P 500 as well. You buy the fear, which is what I'm doing. And this is a long-term sort of portfolio that I will be building up on the stock side of things. Now, if we go back to crypto, because that's what's actually going to make us rich, I just don't believe in cash right now. That's why I'm sort of buying stocks as well. You know, with cash, if the Dixie is flying lower, which is the US dollar index, whilst the stocks are depreciating, I'd rather be in stocks and crypto, because this has zero value and they print it happily over time. Now the most important thing now is, where is the liquidation levels? So the majority of people are short, which tells me that we are going to go up. That's on the 1 day, and also on the 7 day more so. What about the 30 day? Yeah, I feel like we're bottoming out, because Bitcoin is an extreme fear at 81 to 82k, which is a very, very good sign, as much as people aren't looking at it like that. Because if we look at the liquidation heat map, there can't be much more shorts to go. Maybe 81k, maybe 81k, around about 80, might wick down to like 70. But the majority of liquidity is going to be on the upside because everyone's shorting, right? Yeah, maybe coming down here, retesting the 78k region. That would be nice. I might actually buy Bitcoin at around 78k. But the thing is, the difference is I'm actually ready. I was sort of prepared for this, and I know potentially we could go lower. So you always have to have cash ready, even though it's absolute dirt. The S&P 500 falls to a new low of the day, currently down minus 4.6%, now down 11.5% since February the 19th. F Bitcoin, F tariffs, F ETH, F altcoins, F crypto. I'm done with this scam. Facts, bro. It's going to be people who have lost a hell of a lot of dough because of this manipulation. But Trump told you from the start, he told you he was going to crash these markets. Total Bitcoin ETF flows yesterday was plus 218 million. Can't believe they are buying whilst the people on Twitter, the nerds, are freaking out. Whilst people are buying Bitcoin. Canada imposed 25% tariffs on non-compliant US vehicles under USMCA. Tariff wars escalate. That's why the S&P is going lower, right? Trump states that the market is going to boom and that the market reaction is going very well. What market is he looking at? It's crashing like crazy. Retail investors are becoming even more bearish. This is a good sign as well. The share of individual investors expressing bearish sentiment over the next 6 months, 61.9%, the most since March 2009. And I'm guessing historically these were the times to buy, because retail are usually wrong. Third highest reason, market sentiment has rarely been this pessimistic. Good. The market needed a reset. We were in extreme greed. We were in extreme greed a few months ago in December. And that was the time to sell. When we get here, this is the time to sell, not to buy. This is where you want to buy. not up here. Sometimes you have to learn the hard way. The SEC has acknowledged Fidelity's filing for a spot Solana ETF, bullish for Sol. Warren Buffett sold the top, legendary. I actually believed at one point that I knew more than this guy. He's pulling out of the markets because everything's overvalued, man. That's the reason why everything is overvalued, whether you think it's going higher or not. If you look at it from a long-term perspective, and I think we will get a reset at some point in time, it's just way too overvalued. Everything is high. It's never this easy. Up only for years. No, it's never this easy. You're going to get a brutal bear market. You may even see lower lows than this, even though it will go up in the long run. You need to DCA over time. Take your time. I'm still buying right now, and this is the absolute worst I've ever felt buying crypto. My heart is done with this. My brain knows my heart is and knows I'm earning future me a super yacht. It's bad, man. The sentiment, the world views, Trump going through with the tariffs. We could be in for a broader market correction, a proper correction, a 30 to 50% correction on the S&P 500. What's the 30 to 50% going down to like 3k? Flipping heck, this is nothing. The March 31st low on MicroStrategy doesn't look like a meaningful bottom. There's a clear micro 5-wave drop from the $320 swing high, and the structure's points lower. $252 looks like the next target. Momentum still leaning south. Dead cat bounce or just catching its breath. I think MicroStrategy is cooked. I'm going to be real. They're over leveraged into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is a lagging indicator, but MicroStrategy, let's look at it. Are people going long on this or they're shorting it? I swear I seen a Telegram tweet earlier. Oh, this looks so shortable to me. Holy. At $300 it would have been nice to short, because this is going down to like $35, man, maybe even lower. Let's check Telegram, because I thought I seen someone have an opinion on MicroStrategy earlier today. So getting crash alerts. This guy's going in short in XRP again, but did he have a MicroStrategy play earlier today? If MSTR hits 240 to 220 tomorrow, these going to be worth 10 to 30 bucks. What is it at? Yeah, man, MicroStrategy doesn't look good. It looks like this looks like the XRP chart. This altcoin season setup is repeating and up. That's mad. I'm reluctant to short it right now because it's not absolutely booming. You know, if something's booming and popping off like Bitcoin at over 100k, I'd short it. S&P 500 index to inauguration day. Hopefully, bro, Alex Becker, I hope you're flipping right, bro. The most shocking part about the President Trump reciprocal tariffs, the fact that tariffs were imposed on 185 countries at once and the news was not leaked in advance, is incredible. This is likely the largest wave of tariffs imposed by the US in history, and markets had no idea it was coming. In fact, after the initial announcement of 10% baseline tariffs, stocks rallied because the markets thought that was all. Then, when Trump picked up the poster as shown below, stocks erased $2 trillion in minutes. We are truly witnessing history. He knew what he was doing. He knows what he's doing, bruh. You know what the crazy thing is? We're going to come on to it in just a few minutes. The crazy thing is he's going to get exactly what he wants and what we want as well. Warren Buffett watching the stock market collapse whilst holding $300 billion bills. He knew, bro. BTC above 84k soon. Tariffs priced in, lower inflation, market rally into summer. The next big narrative equals robotics. Alts holding the bottom. Recession in Q4 2026. One of the worst bear markets in history. We're going to see a nasty bear market because we've seen a nasty bull market. The market doesn't usually rally in summer. With robotics, what does he mean? What sort of robotics, my guy? I need explanations in that sense, bruh. No. Every country will print. Every country will be scrambling to buy Bitcoin. Strongest communities from 23 to 24 will move even harder. What do you think happens next? Becker showed you what he thinks is going to happen. I'll show you again. Up. up like mad, then a crazy bear market. 29.1% of interest rate traders predict 25 BPS rate cut in the 7th of May meeting. Now people are thinking that rates are going to get cut because of how bad the market looks. And that's what we wanted, right? We want our banks to go up. We want them to start printing money. This is what was supposed to happen. Just because your bags are down, just because you're over leveraged on stupid meme coins. Don't get me wrong, I like meme coins. I like Omikami and Ryujin. I think I flipped Ryujin today for 7.2 mil. Got back in at 6.5 mil. And I'm laughing, man. Because I actually believe in the project, so it allows me to hold it for a longer period of time. So I'm sort of flipping and day trading this. Yeah, look. 7.2. Now, on the daily stochastic RSI, if it goes up a little bit more, what are we saying on the 4 hourly? Is it topping out? Ooh, if I can get it back off this trend line at about 6.5 again. Or should I just hold it? I'm day trading a little bit, you know. Perfecting, sharpening the tools. Breaking. The European Union announced that they are ready with countermeasures to President Trump's reciprocal tariffs. That ain't good. Extreme fear. What a blessing. Red is where the foundation of wealth is built. While others panic, we prepare in the red. Roots grow deep. And that's exactly how I'm looking at it, man. I got cash ready. I'm buying. The S&P 500 erases minus 1.7 trillion in market cap at the open. Pray for Bitcoin and crypto. Don't get me wrong, I'm not buying like an idiot. I'm just buying over time. And that's how you need to buy. Dollar cost average over time. Because you can't predict the bottom. You can't predict the tops. But if you genuinely believe in a project and you've done your research and your due diligence, you will win over time. Time is what kills the majority because they can't wait. And there's been a few nasty days, you know. Proper emotional it makes you, and I'm not even that involved in the market. Bought some Nike, DCA down, don't know how bad this thing gets. Because look at Nike, 69% down from its high. First hitting the current price of $55 in 2015. Ratio only hitting golden spot now was way too overvalued. And it was. It hit $177. And now we're actually looking at a $55 Nike position, which does give you dividends over time as well. It can't break the support though, man, because then we have no idea how low it's going to go. It could go to $50, bro. I might buy a bit more at 50. If it goes to 50, I'll buy a bit more. But I think that's the only one I'm going to hold right now, because I don't believe any others. And plus, you want to buy low, sell high, right? That's just the basic fundamentals. And if I go over to anything else right now in my wallet, for example, what other stock do I like at the moment? We'll go to the magnificent few, or the most popular stocks here, once it decides to cooperate with us. And what stock do I like? I haven't actually checked Airbnb, you know. So if we check Airbnb, for example, ooh, Airbnb looks low, you know. But it's never really pumped and gone crazy. How long has it been out for? What about the stock previously? It is low though. The target is higher. It is a good potential time to buy. But it beat earnings as well. I don't know why it's not pumping. Something like this, I don't know, man. You'd have to do your research. This is a poor example. Let's go back to Discover again. We're going to crypto. And what do I know is very good? Apple. Apple is beautiful. It's a beautiful stock. But if I look at this and I look at where it's come from at $68, I'm not buying this, bro. I'm just not buying it. I need a significant pullback to get into this. Buy low, sell high. And Nike is giving me that right now. So MACD nearing the same levels we hit at the FTX collapse. Insane. Historically, that's been a great time to press the buy button. $100 though. Currently at 113. Yeah, this is the area. This is a beautiful region to pick up Sol. Maybe even like 70. But remember where it's come from. It's come from $3. So you're still buying high. You need your stop losses. If you zoom out and take a look at the volatility index, you'll realize something. Selling has actually been surprisingly orderly all year. The VIX is under 30, like panic selling hasn't even started yet. That's madness. We could go so much lower. Holy moly, bro. Don't be over leveraged. If you're over leveraged in this market, I do not know what you're doing. You must be getting cooked right now. Nike shares enter decline, minus 14% on the day, falling to the lowest level since October 2017. This is why Nike to me is looking so nice. They must be impacted a lot by the tariffs, man. $55 for Nike. I don't want to over leverage as well. I don't want to be stupid. Maximum $100 I'm putting into this for now, because I want to be able to hold it for a long period of time. That's the hardest part. $50 I think. Maybe 37, maybe 25. Looking at supports. It's not going to $10. There's no way, right? It will in the brutal bear market that we see. As a result, foreign demand for US stocks have collapsed to multi-decade lows. Monthly net outflows of foreign central bank net purchases of US stocks are nearing 30 billion. We are witnessing history. Flippin' neck. Flippin' heck. Look at the fear and greed index, bro. It's extreme fear on the stock market too. The average Bitcoin cycle tops 475 days post-halving. It's been 274. The top is not in yet. My mouse is about to run out of battery as well. We are witnessing history. After Liberation Day, the weighted average US tariff rate has jumped to a whopping 29%. Not even Smoot-Hawley Act during the 1930s Great Depression saw tariff rates this high. They can't maintain that. But it seems like he's going to go through with it because everything he said he's done. Did ETH get a tariff too? ETH is dog. Not an expert, but I think people are completely overreacting to tariffs. We are heading into the most explosive tech boom and human productivity increase in history, with rates coming down and record tax cuts. Money will be free and cheap again, with speculation sky high. Damn. What's oversold to me here? If we have a little look, WIF is crazy oversold, but I don't think WIF is making a comeback. Solana meme coins look dead, but that's when they usually pump. Aerodrome to me looks good. Jupiter's way too oversold. Sol just looks cooked. Solana looks cooked. There's no optimism there whatsoever. Brett, close to the midline. Brett has some steam though, some room to run, especially if it gets that Coinbase listing. Fartcoin, Pi, Trump, Polygon. Yeah, man, I don't know. Overbought EOS. You could be shorting these lot, you know. Especially if you think we're going to correct a bit further. Biddle. Biddle. Let's check a biddle. Because if these may be shorting territory, if you can short them. Biddle. Is this it here? It's got to be right. The fudge is that? Is that the right one? It fully is. Yeah. Don't go near that. What about OUSG? OUSG. Are these like stable coins? Yeah, I don't even know what they are, bro. What are the markets on these? Hasn't even got any markets. Saros. And then EOS. Yo, that looks short in territory to me. If I've ever seen a chart. Why is this pumping? Why? On Solana? Yeah, this ain't right, bruh. That's flown. That's short in territory to me. That's mad. And what about EOS? Nah, I don't know about EOS. It sort of does look like it, but it's pumping at the same time. Do what you like. I don't know if you want to short in a bull market, but with that one looks shortable like mad. House Financial Services Committee passes Stable Act to regulate stablecoins. This is big. Stablecoins are getting regulated, man. Sentiment always gets extreme at turning points. When fear is everywhere, look for opportunities, which is what we're doing. When everyone is euphoric, be cautious. Sometimes a deep correction isn't bearish, it's necessary. The strongest bull runs correct hard before they continue higher. Real golden age. Doesn't look like it. While today's sell-off is mainly panic selling caused by the tariffs, the dollar is making a true hit. Bull market awaits, gents. Yeah, the dollar is not looking good, man. That's why I have to put some money into stocks, because just like cash is useless, worthless, bruh. Crypto markets erased 200 bills. Sol showing bearish signals. RSI isn't screaming oversold yet. It's not even oversold yet, bruh. That's not good.
Called to order without objection. All amendments which have been distributed will not be read in
Passes
full. Hearing none,
Bitcoin
so ordered.
reserve
The
bills.
clerk will read the first bill on the calendar together with committee recommendations.
Mr. Chairman, the Committee on Commerce has under consideration SB 1025 and respectfully recommends the bill do pass.
Representative Winiger, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I move that when the Committee of the Whole rise report gives Senate Bill 1025 a due pass recommendation.
Thank you, sir. Any explanation? All right. Seeing no discussion on the board, the question before the House is that when the Committee of the Whole rises to report, it recommends that Senate Bill 1025 receive a due pass recommendation. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Here's ayes have it, do have it, so ordered. Next item on the calendar, please.
Mr. Chairman, your Committee on Commerce has under consideration SB 1373 and respectfully recommends the bill do pass.
Thank you, sir. Representative Winiger, you're recognized.
Mr. Chair, I move when the Committee of the Whole rise report gives Senate Bill 1373 a due pass recommendation.
Thank you, sir. Any explanation?
No, sir.
Thank you, sir. Seeing no discussion on the board, the question before the House is that when the Committee of the Whole rises to report, it recommends that Senate Bill 1373 receive a due pass recommendation. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Here's ayes have it, do have it, so ordered. Next item on the calendar, please.
Flippin' heck, I didn't even understand that. Recession likelihood is increasing like mad. Trump tariffs remind me of the Ukraine war. Market dumped hard just to recover a week later. Don't let them scare you out of your positions. And Bit Elite thinks we're going to about 75k. Could that be the last correction before we go higher? Or is this the beginning of the end?